Well, good day again. There's been quite a lot of pressure on me lately to try and present a coherent model for what, you know, I'm always getting put on the spot for the flat earth doesn't really have a model. A couple of pigeons over there, cool as. Native ones, mind you. Try and show them, but they might get a bit camera shy. Ordinarily when they see me, they take off. So we're getting used to one another. Pardon me. Have to, oh, there they go. So they're very shy. Unlike my beer, it just can't wait to get itself down my neck. So where was I? Oh yeah, I think there's another pigeon. They're kind of tasty too, but I'm not that way inclined. I encourage them to just hang around and I wouldn't even eat their eggs. I love them. Beautiful birds. Anyway, so the model, when it comes down to it, I mean, maybe if I leaned forward a little bit, you can see that it's still kind of blue sky, a bit windy and stuff. This is how it is around here. Bloody windy all the bloody time. The occasional car roaring past too, it makes a bit of noise. But hey, at least when I'm living here, I'm not like on the bloody main road where I used to live, where you'd get 10 cars in that amount of time. So you hear the neighbour on his bloody motorbike making a racket. That's what I love about the peace and quiet. There is no peace and quiet. Don't matter how far you go, there's always going to be background noise. Anyway, so yeah, I get asked all the time about a model for the flat earth. And, you know, of course, we know we don't live on a model, we live on this stationary, non-moving planet Earth. That should be a given to anybody. But a lot of people have trouble with that because they see, well, there's a horizon over yonder. And that's one of the things I think I'd like to bring up about this horizon over yonder, is that get on the little Google Maps. We all have the Google Maps feature on our phones. Get on it, and then go to your favourite place where you like to look at the horizon, because obviously it's not right here, right where you live, looking outside your front door, because you can only see like 100 metres away, if that, if you're lucky. Generally speaking, the best horizon you'll find, okay, go to sea level, stand at the beach. On the sea level, you'll see 3 miles, 5 kilometres. Go up to a high mountain, who knows, you maybe see 50 kilometres, 100 kilometres. You might be lucky to see that. But generally speaking, where you generally perceive the world where you live as it is, you're seeing about a couple of 100 metres. So let's assume then you're going to walk somewhere. Oh well, you know, geez, I haven't seen a sunset for a while. It's already done that here. Sets early here. Just to let you know, it's just over there, somewhere over yonder. beyond the horizon. So that like over there is like, oh, I don't know, 50 meters. Not even that. 40 meters. And it's trees. And that's generally how we see the world, because there's always bloody trees or cars or buildings or something getting in the bloody way of your bloody horizon. That's just the nature of reality. There's something in the bloody way. It's always in the bloody way. That's unless you go to the freaking ocean. Nothing like sitting down again after all that hard work, getting up, moving around. Fuck's sakes, I'm buggered. Hang on a sec, I'll just rehydrate. Oh, somewhat better now. Right. So we've always got a bloody horizon, right? And it's not always 3 miles. You're lucky if it's 300 metres, if not 30 metres away from you. It's a bloody small region of view around you. Now I challenge you, every one of you who hasn't already done this, because I don't think many of you have, but if you're a flat earther then obviously you have, because you've got some brains up here. But if you're still a stupid fucking globetard, sorry, I didn't mean to call you that, whatever your name was, Mr. Globetard. You know who you are, don't you? No, sorry, I wasn't calling you generally shady at all. You're a good bloke, obviously, because anyway, this has really hurt my arm, by the way, holding this phone up like this all the time. I should be holding it the other way, but anyway. So what you do, right, is you get onto the maps, get on your Google Maps, and then find the furthest place you can see away from you and pinpoint that on Google Maps. And then look all around in 360 degrees and plot all those points. And there is your, as I call it for want of a better word, it's your window of opportunity, your window of vision. It is your view of the world you live upon. That, from horizon to horizon all around you, that's it. That's all you see. Now, yeah, sure enough, you might move around through the day, but let's just assume that you just sat in the one spot all day, just for one day. You don't have to do it every day. Let's just assume that that is your window of opportunity to view the world, the universe around you. That is it. Now you plot that out on the Google map, and now you start to zoom out just a wee tiny bit and see that holy fucking shit, it's not that very far until there's a whole shitload more of stuff on the surface of the earth that you cannot see. Now, fair enough, you might think, well, I'm a globetard, eh? Well, what more am I supposed to see except for that? It's the Earth's curvature. Except where I'm living, go the little birds. Where I'm living, the Earth is flat as fuck. It's flat for fucking miles all around. It's measurable. It's measurable as the amount above sea level. But even if not, give that shoulder a rest. Yeah, hold it with the other hand. Good thinking. I need to get another fucking, what do you call it? Selfie stick. I need a selfie stick. So I just, yeah, I just rant away with my selfie stick. But the point is, if you zoom out on your Google Maps of how big of a region you can see around where you live, you do realise eventually how fucking tiny it is. It's tiny, it's minuscule. It's not even a dot of the dot of the dot that you zoom out from when you zoom out far enough and see the dot of, say, your city or your municipality or whatever. And yet as you zoom in, whoa, you see there's acres and acres and miles and miles and hectares, I should say, of bloody land. The earth is really, really, really big, and your view of it is really, really, really tiny. And so, if you think, as we just saw the sun setting over there, if you think that you can have the sun above you 12, 13, whatever hours per day, and yet it sets below your personal horizon, then let's bring that back into scale. Your horizon is like this. Your globe is like massive. But for 12 hours of the day, that's so cute. Sorry, just looking at this beautiful little birds here. For 12 hours of your day, you can visibly see the sun above your horizon. This tiny little fucking 3-mile radius around you, and yet the world is what, 25,000 miles round, which I think makes a radius of about 4,000 miles, which circumference wise I think divide that by 4, it's about 8,000. 4 8's 32, hang on, 4 7's 28, so it's a bit over 6,000 miles to where your horizon should be. So your horizon should be 6,000 miles away, plus all that amount of dropature. It's a lot of dropature at 6,000 miles, but the sun only disappears behind that bit of dropature 6,000 miles away. What the fuck is that all about? I mean, your horizon is only 3 miles, if not 300 meters, if not frickin' 50 meters away. But the sun goes behind that, and you think that represents a 6,000 miles plus dropature away where the sun is actually setting. It makes no sense. It makes no sense that the sun should be visible for that long through your tiny window of opportunity. And that's just the smallest of the hypocritical, I'd like to think it would be Hippocratic, smallest of the hypocritical beliefs you have to believe to think we live on a spinning ball in outer space. I mean, just when I say those words, I'm thinking to myself, oh, fuck me. How insane do you have to be to think we could be living on a spinning ball in outer space? I mean, for fuck's sake. We know that there's air pressure. We can see that there's wind. But we're told that this wind, this atmosphere, is moving with the spinning space ball. And I mean, the spinning space ball at the equator is moving 1,040 miles per hour. I think that works out to be about 1,600 kilometers an hour. 1,600 600 kilometres an hour. There's not a car that can go that fast. A car, if you go 200 kilometres, you were fucking flying, man. You were fucking flying. You just like, you'd be barely on the seat when you hit a bump. I know, I've been in a car that was going 200 miles per hour. Now that is fucking fast. And when we hit a bump, we were airborne. So I know a little bit about speeds. I know a lot about wind. If this wind reached a speed of 200 miles per hour, which it rarely ever does, but if it does in a tropical cyclone, it flattens the trees, the forests, the villages, the buildings, the lot. It is like a nuclear detonation bomb, 200 miles per hour. But we're supposed to believe that the perfectly still air, when it's perfectly still, is going 1,000 miles per hour. That is what the Globetadery, you retarded fucking moron. This is what the Globetadery believes. The air is moving 5 times faster than devastating winds in order to appear perfectly still. And not only that, because obviously if it's on a ball, then as you get higher and higher and higher, then in order to retain the illusion of staying perfectly still, that air must be accelerating X amount faster per X to maintain the illusion of being perfectly still. But when we have winds like this, for example, holy fucking shit, that one's going minus. Hang on, no, it's not. It's not going minus, it's just going plus 1,020 miles per hour. And the wind going the other direction, well, it's going plus 1,060 miles per hour. But we're just in this dead zone in the middle of 1,040 mile per hour wind where it appears to be perfectly still because it's just moving with the fucking earth. And if that's not fucking bad enough, forgive my fucking language, which comes from the fucking Queen. If that's not fucking bad enough, that's just a fucking rotational spin of the stupid fucking planet that you think you fucking live on. You still got the fucking orbit around the fucking sun. And that's fucking 66,600 miles per hour. So in order to appear perfectly still, this perfectly fucking still, calm air is also going 66,000 miles per hour. Plus the fucking sun is going 514,000 fucking hours. Hang on. Miles per hour. Thank you very much. Oh, that didn't hurt at all. I'm just trying to wake myself up. 514,000 miles per hour through the fucking galaxy as the fucking planet is spinning 66,600 miles per hour. And the fucking wind is just wafting around us. Sometimes perfectly still. Sometimes devastatingly fast. Because, you know, get this. If you get a 200 mile per hour wind and it knocks out an entire village somewhere in the Philippines usually, or, you know, one of these insignificant places where we don't have to think about. That irritates me. Because the Philippines are fucking awesome. Some of the best people and the most beautiful women in the world, who I will get here eventually. Love you, Resty. I love you so much. When we get those 200 mile per hour winds, some of them are going 1,200 miles per hour, but some of them are going 800 miles per hour. but they're still going 200 miles per hour. That is the globetadery fucking idiocy of people who believe we live on a spinning ball. Some of these winds, even though they're all going 200 miles per hour and knocking the shit out of shit, some are just going 800 miles per hour backwards. Other ones going 1200 miles per hour forwards. Same effect. Because you have to be going exactly 1040 miles per hour in order to appear perfectly still. This is the retardery of the fucking globetard who believes in this nonsense, let alone the fucking 66,600 mile per hour orbital rate, which no flying vehicle ever has had to take into account. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. She's fucking dead because she swallowed a horse in order to swallow that fucking fly in the first place. Now, I was going to get onto a lot of other shit, but I think we'll just leave that as it is today for now. See you later.